Hello everybody, welcome. This is going to be a twin flame reading. This is for twins in no contact. I mean, most YouTube readings are for twins in no contact. If you're in contact, oh, well, actually no, if you're in contact, it can still suck. Um, I mean, it can be great, but it can also still suck. But this one is specifically for ones that are in no contact at all. Ooh, illusions. Superficial. Suppress. Yeah. Drowning. All right, so it's a fucking illusion how superficial these masculines are. They're not superficial at all. They're just suppressing. They are literally drowning themselves. They are pushing everything that they feel for the feminine beneath the surface. It's only a matter of time before it comes back up, and they can't. They can't avoid it. All right, so in this drowning card, there's a hand reaching up out of the water. It's reaching for a lifesaver, a float, something to help them get above surface. Um, hmm. It's like the masculines, see how there's this line here and above the surface? It's like, okay, but below the surface, like, no, no, no. Because everything below the surface that they've suppressed, they do not want the feminines to know. Because everything below the surface is all that they fucking feel for the feminine. It's so fucking deep. It's an entire fucking ocean. And they're drowning in it. They are drowning in it. All right, let me pull some clarifiers, and then I've got another deck I wanna use to pull some messages. Found somehow. And violation. And we still have illusions at the bottom of the deck. All right, so what I'm getting off this is the feminines see through the superficial bullshit. I mean, you know, I really didn't need to tell you guys that they're not really superficial. It's like you found the masculine, but not like, oh, I found you. Like, you see them for who they really are. You see beneath the surface whether they want to show it to you or not, and that scares the shit out of them. That scares the shit out of, it's a fucking violation. It's like, no, no, nobody can see beneath my surface. Not even the feminine, especially not the feminine. If the feminine sees me for who I really am, they're going to be fucking disappointed, and then they're not going to love me anymore. It's better to just push them away and just not fucking talk to them. Well, guess what, masculines? We see you. Whether you're near or far, talking to us or not, we see you. We feel you. For the most part, we understand you. But this running bullshit is it's hard for the feminine. Like, the feminine's like, I can't compute. I don't understand this running shit. Like, if I see them for who they are and I fucking love them anyways, why are they running? Because they're scared to even look at them fucking selves. They're scared to even look beneath their own surface. They're not comfortable seeing themselves in that light. So they're certainly not comfortable with anyone else, especially not someone that matters so fucking much. So they suppress it. And the somehow is, I'm going to suppress it and I'll get through it somehow. Because of this belief, this belief of they can't be vulnerable. They they can't take off their mask. This belief that they're just not fucking good enough. Not for the feminine, not for anybody. They don't let people know that. They don't let people know that. They're drowning, and they don't fucking let people know that either, because anyone knowing that they're drowning is being vulnerable, and that in itself is a fucking violation. Nope, can't do that. I'm drowning, but I can't even let anyone fucking know that. I'm drowning because somebody saw me for who I was, and they wanted to accept me anyways, and I I can't compute. The masculines can't compute why somebody would love them anyways, and the feminines can't compute why the fucking masculines are running when they love them anyways. All right, let's pull from this other deck. All right. Exhaustion, loyalty, heart fog. I don't know, should I be pulling these down and paying attention to what I'm putting them over? Yeah, I should. And we've got perspective at the bottom of the deck. I mean, from the masculine's perspective, the feminine being as loving and as loyal as they are, that is confusing as fuck for the masculine. So to them, it's the feminine's better off. The feminine's better off without me. I'm better off without the feminine. Even though they know that, even though the masculine knows that's bullshit. Because the feminine helps the masculine grow and evolve in a way they either can't or won't without them. Having someone see you for who you really are when you don't want them to makes you want to put on a mask more, and trying to cover that up gets so fucking exhausting. So exhausting, trying to hide things, trying to create this illusion so the feminine doesn't really see the masculine. It's exhausting. That's why they run. Well, that's one of the many reasons why they run. I don't want to keep lying to the feminine. I don't want to keep hiding from them. They don't deserve that. They're so loyal. They're so trusting. Like, they're here for me no matter fucking what. Like, I can't even let them fucking see me. That's what creates this heart fog. Yeah, I'm from Rhode Island, so sometimes we don't pronounce the R's. Our R's. Yeah, a friend of mine, their mother was looking for the car keys. She was like, can anyone tell me where the car keys are? The car keys? Like duty? Like poopy? What? Do you mean the car keys? The car keys. Yeah. It's funny I tell that joke because it's like for the twin flame connection, it's like, has anyone seen the keys to get this thing started? Like, where's the keys? Don't know. We only know where cocky is. Because this is bullshit. I mean, in all actuality, the masculine needs to run from the feminine, or else the feminine doesn't do the inner work that she needs. Or he. Because some feminines are men. The feminines, I mean, the masculines, they struggle with self-love too. They don't think they're worthy. But the feminines struggle with self-love as well. That's why they chase. You're chasing love outside of yourself because all right, I mean, this may not go for all feminines, but I can explain from my perspective and from other people's perspectives that I've read about since I've been on the journey. for me as a child, um, there's that abandonment wound from my father being in and out, coming and going. And then at one point he just wasn't there at all. Now, as children, when we're children, we not visualize, we experience and see our parents or our caregivers, whoever it is that's in our immediate environment that's caring for us, whether they're doing a good job or not, doesn't matter. Our caretakers in our immediate environment when we're children is how we learn how to attach in relationships. So, for a lot of the feminines, like myself, watching my dad come in and out, one foot in the door, one foot out, it's like when we're children, we see our parents as an extension of ourselves. We don't really understand that we're separate from them until we're older. So when the masculine energy in my life keeps leaving, it creates this programming of, where am I going? I need to get myself back here. I don't feel complete without me. But really it's my it's not even me. It's another person. It's my father. He's leaving, and it's like, no, I don't feel whole without you. Like my masculine energy doesn't exist without you. And I'm just stuck in this feminine energy of wanting to cry and chase you and be like, I love you. Not all feminines act like I tried to hide that I was chasing. I even tried to hide it from the masculine. I tried to play it so cool, you know. But when you have a wound like that you have not healed. Now for me, I have a relationship with my dad now. But I never dealt with the wound. In my teenage years, I got to the point where it was, I don't need my dad. Fuck my father. I don't need him. I don't need a man. I'm good. And I was in survival mode ever since. Um, and then you meet the masculine and they fucking trigger that in you and you don't even understand what's happening. Then when you go into separation, there's this dark night of the soul. There's this awakening. Now, I mean, we all have free will. We can choose to ignore what it is we're being awoken to, and it's ourselves and how much we need to love ourselves. And once we learn how to love ourselves, then the masculines, there's the chance for them to come back. And I don't mean come back and be in a romantic relationship, because that's not always the case. It could just be a really good friendship. When the feminines heal, when you do the healing work in the 3D, you're healing in the 4D, 5D, you're healing everything. And even though the masculine is separate from you in the 3D, the work that is happening in the 3D and how it's affecting other realities and your spirit, your soul, since your masculine is the other half of your soul, when you start healing and your soul starts to heal, it starts affecting theirs. They may not understand it. They may not, it may take them a while to, you know, start doing the work too. Some of them may choose to not do the work at all. So that's why, I mean, if they choose to not do the work, the feminines have already done the self-love, and you do enough healing, because healing never stops, ever, ever. There's always something else to heal from. But if you've healed enough and you've really learned to love yourself, if the masculine doesn't come back, you'll be okay with it, and it'll make you sad, but you'll be able to say, you know what, I hope the best and I wish the best for them, and then you move on with your life. But the masculine also can start doing the healing work, but they're definitely not gonna fucking do it if the feminine doesn't. If the feminine just keeps chasing, the masculine's just gonna keep running, and nobody's doing any fucking healing work, and nobody's getting anywhere. It's up to us feminines to turn the tables and change things. These masculines are fucking drowning. They're in a heart fog. Their emotions are blocked. Their emotions are blocked because they push them down. And every time the emotions want to come back up, they push them down again. There's a sudden shift energetically when the feminine does the work. And it becomes more difficult for the masculine to suppress. All right, let me pull a few more cards. And then we'll close out this reading. Beginnings. Twin flames. Abandoned. And confusion at the bottom. I mean, we have the heart fog. That is confusion. But this confusion isn't about the masculine. This is just about the connection altogether, because it is confusing as fuck. It's like, how do we even have a beginning when the masculine's abandoned the feminine? The masculine has triggered the deepest fucking wound that the feminine has. So, like, from the masculine side, the confusion around the connection is, well, how could I even come back if I wanted to? If I did feel worthy, how could we even start over? Look how badly I hurt them. And then the feminines are like, I'm fucking confused. Like, are we ever going to start over? Are we ever going to try again? Like, we're two halves of the same fucking soul. Like, how can they abandon me? They can't. In the physical, they can. But mental, emotional, spiritual, they can't fucking get rid of you. They can't get rid of you, femmes. Oh, man, and it affects them as much as it affects you, just in different ways. It is just as hard for them as it is for you. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this up here, but like I said, gotta do the healing work. Gotta stay focused on loving yourself first and foremost, always, no matter what, no matter who comes around, twin flame, soulmate, doesn't fucking matter. Love yourself first. And if this is a masculine watching, masculines, you're worthy. You deserve the feminine. You just don't see it or understand it because of what other people programmed into you. And the feminine knows that and understands that. That's why the feminine loves you unconditionally, because the feminine has been programmed by other people too. You know, the masculines, you run because you're scared of rejection. You've been shown that you're just not worthy. No matter what you do, nothing's ever enough. But that's an illusion. That's an illusion from the programming. Just like the feminines, there's this illusion that they're going to be abandoned. That's why they chase. They're like, wait, no, come back. Please don't abandon me. You're both under these misconceptions from programming, and so the masculine starts to act in a way to avoid being rejected. They start acting in a way that triggers the feminine, and then the feminine's triggered into feeling like they're going to be abandoned, so then they start acting in a way that makes sure they are abandoned. That's when the masculine starts blocking and not answering and avoiding altogether. It's too much pressure for them. They may not consciously understand that you feel like you're going to be abandoned, but energetically they sense it and it's too much of a responsibility for them. They don't even feel worthy of you. Why 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 would they stop running? You know? Um it's like I'm not worthy of you. Like I can't love you the way you love me. I don't know how to do that. But the masculines need to understand the feminines. They know you can't love them the way they love you. But they love you unconditionally anyways. They just want you to love them unconditionally in return, whatever that looks like. Um, all right, before I wrap up this reading, I do want to touch base on love languages. The feminines and the masculines have very different love languages. It doesn't matter if it's twin flame, doesn't matter if it's soulmate, doesn't matter if it's friends, family, it doesn't fucking matter. Everyone's love language is different. Some people, like, you may share some of the same love languages with the masculine, but then like the masculines, they have a hard time expressing their feelings, so they're not gonna come and really say the things you want to hear, but to show you that they care, that they might come uh change your tire for you, or you know, come paint your bathroom for you. Like, I don't know, they try to be of service somehow because that's a love language. That's a way that they know how to feel worthy. It's like, I don't know how to express my love to you, but I know how to do these handy things around the house. Like, does that show you I care? um so if you have contact again with your masculine or your feminine, whoever's watching, try to understand each other's love languages and understand your own and share them with each other. Like, look, this is how I show that I care. I mean, for some masculines, they don't even want to say that because then they'll be like, oh my God, I'm doing this for them. And now the feminine knows that I care. And oh man, they're going to fucking reject me. And then it's going to hurt more if they know that I fucking care. Oh man, a lot of healing work, guys, a lot of healing work. But also really understanding each other is important. All right, guys, I'm closing this reading out here. Please comment down below. Let me know where you're at on your journey. Let me know how this resonates with you. And like, share, subscribe. And good luck. Bye, guys.